Alright, shit. I need to figure out how to... I knew this was gonna start out weird. I'm sorry about that. I was having some issues with my streaming software getting Dragon Age. By the way, hey guys, Elisa Mousy here. I am trying to play Dragon Age Origins, and I am really hoping that this really shitty video quality that I am seeing on my tablet is my tablet and not me. Or not what you guys see. Okay. I'm sorry, this is a huge mess. I am going to need a second. Can I... Okay, I changed the size of it. Looks like I can't change the width because I don't want to make too much of it go off screen. But what I can do instead is I can try to match that up, but I can only get so close to the edge there, so we're gonna do that. Make my webcam a little bit smaller. I am so sorry for my little technical difficulties here. And I see that someone is here now. If you could just let me know if the video quality is really blurry and fuzzy, both for the game and for my webcam, because I can't tell if it's my tablet having trouble or if the game is causing issues, and I really hope it's not the game, because I love this game. And this is a really, really, really bad start to a stream of what should be my favorite PC game of all time. Okay, it's not blurry. Cool. It is just my tablet. Okay, so now let me open the game window back up, because I'm gonna guess that was probably silent for you guys the whole time, unless you can hear something that I can't. Oh yeah, because now this is moving. The reason this is frozen is because I had my streaming software set up to capture just the gaming window. So I should have set up this stuff more. I am so sorry. Finally, welcome to Dragon Age Origins, probably my favorite PC RPG of all time. If you've looked at my channel, you will have seen there are two different attempts at doing a Let's Play, both only one part, because editing for it was just too hard, because I didn't have the software, and the first time there were issues with my microphone picking up game audio, and it was a whole new kind of shit show. But now I have what I have, and because stuff went great for Monster Prom and Planet Zoo, I am going to share my favorite game with all of you. So, I do have a couple announcements. I will give those announcements in the character creation screen, but before we get to the character creation screen, obviously, new game, and we are playing Origins. Eventually, once I finish Origins, I will be playing Awakening, which I have never played, by the way. I have also never finished this game, so up to a certain point, I will know what I'm doing. After a certain point, I will have no idea what I'm doing. So we can learn all that together. But okay. And sometimes the loading screen can be a little bit long, but I don't want to start talking interrupt.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
All right. Sorry if my quietness for that was a little awkward. I promise not all of the cutscenes are going to be like that. I may have some commentary. I just didn't want to interrupt what I consider an epic opening to the game, just because it provides a lot of information. So yeah, this says the background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you will play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game, which is a mechanic that I love. Because the origin kind of plays through like the prologue, and then from there you've got the, I don't know, main game. But like if you play as an elf, sometimes people will be racist to you. Sometimes if you play as a female, sometimes people will be sexist to you. And it's just these little nuances. But while I am doing this, which I always play as a Dalish elf rogue, because I love that origin, I love being an elf, I love all of that.
Greetings.
Let's see, shit. I looked up elven names earlier, and I found one that I liked, and I can't remember what it was. Ah, okay. Because I don't want to go with base one. So we are going to be called Shiara. Shout out to the creator of FantasyNameGenerators.com. That is where I got this name from. So now the announcements. First off, I am going to be playing at least Dragon Age Origins, Awakening, and the DLC that I have of this game more often than I will the other games. It won't stay that way. I will start to get into... Like once I move on to Dragon Age 2, I think I can go a little bit more back and forth. It's just, my current laptop is, I think, about 4 years old, and, my last laptop, when it died, was 6. Dragon Age does not, save its... Like, even though I bought it in Steam, it doesn't save your save file to Steam. It still saves it into a file into your computer, which, if I can salvage that from the hard drive, I'll still have it. But Dragon Age Origins also has incredible compatibility issues with Windows 10. I actually had to find a different executable file that let it access twice the amount of RAM that it did, because I was having memory leak issues and the game kept crashing really early on. So if I get a new laptop, with the way things are, it's inevitably going to be running Windows 10, and if it's got these compatibility issues, or not, no, it's going to be running Windows 11, and if it has these issues with, oh no, please tell me that, okay, I'm sorry, my chat went out for a second and I panicked because I thought I lost internet. Okay. But yeah, if it has these compatibility issues with Windows 10, I don't even want to think about trying to run it on Windows 11, so I want to finish it, and the games and the other game and DLC that accompanies this before this laptop kicks the bucket. Also, on top of my weekly streaming, I am going to be doing, ideally, uploads on Tuesdays and Thursdays of hidden object puzzle games. Those will be split into parts. I'm not doing the whole thing all at once. I might record it all at once, but I'm not going to be uploading it all together. And that, and also the reason that I'm not streaming it is because, unfortunately, those games have kind of a tendency to, I don't know, some of them break, like, to the point of being unplayable, and I don't want to have, the reason that I'm not streaming it is because I don't want to waste 2 hours of my time and your time only to discover that it breaks way later on in the game and waste all the time. So instead, I'll be doing it in parts. I won't upload it until I finish the game, so if you have any comments on anything that I should be doing, I won't see them. If I miss uploads with that, chances are either A, I got really busy and worked through whatever backlog I have, B, why is my head so foggy right now? the game that I was working on broke on me, and I didn't have time to get something else done in time. Or C, I'm playing a really, really long game, because I do have one game that is incredibly long. But I am gonna do the best I can. I think that was it. I feel like I had more, I just cannot for the life of me remember what they were. I will also list the mods that I have of this game in the description. Once I'm done, I'm going to go back and do that. And I am doing that both for you in case you want to play the game and have the same mods that I do, and also if this does die and I do have to take a chance at trying to play this on Windows 11, then I can, at the very least, where was the one that I liked? No. At the very least, I can track those mods down and download and activate them, like the ones that apply. There it is. So that I can still play the game and that the game doesn't entirely break on me. Those apps, or not apps, those mods include different hairstyles and hair, eye, and skin colors. Like this hairstyle, this is not in the base game. Pretty much any hair color from like, okay, yeah, definitely not that, but it was like, what, it started like here. Anything from here to the left, also not in the base game, but let's start at the beginning, play with some of that. Because I know what eye color I'm going to give her, so maybe I should do that first. I like the purple eyes. The purple eyes look nice. We'll see what hair color goes with the purple eyes. Because I did like the black, but I want to see what else there is. And of course, the unfortunate thing about character creation in a lot of games is that the lighting in this is so much different than the lighting in the actual game, because like here, where you've got just the sheen of a color, where it looks really cool, it doesn't really work like that in the actual game, unfortunately. It's a lot more of like a dark but kind of desaturated version of that color, which kind of sucks because I like this, but it just wouldn't work. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back with the black, which I don't understand. This was something I never understood, is the game doesn't come with like an actual oops, that is the wrong thing. With like an actual blonde that is blonde. And I think I really fucked up the eye color, or the eyebrows. Yeah, sure, I think that was it. It doesn't come with a blonde other than that ashy blonde, which I'm not saying that ashy blonde is bad. It's just I would have liked more options. And it doesn't come with an actual black. So, I think that's gonna be her hair. I'm also totally sorry that I could spend easily like a half hour to 45 minutes in this, because I love character creation. I love what it lets me do in the game, and those eyebrows don't look like that. It's hard. Because that's definitely not right. But no eyebrows also is not right. We'll just say those and get on with it, because I'm not going back to the preset and doing this again. But yeah, if you think I'm bad now, you should see me when we get to Dragon Age Inquisition, because the the character creation in that is insane. I spazzed out about it for weeks when it first came out, when I saw a trailer for it, because I was like, oh my god, I love this. Because they have a thing where you can actually do scars. Like, that was, like, revolutionary to pretty much all of us, because, you know, in so many of these games with your character creation, it's like, you're in battle, you're, like, constantly fighting, and yet everyone looks like they stepped off the red carpet. No one actually looks, like, battle-worn. You can do scars in this game. I need to see brown. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these sliders I don't always remember. That is not what I meant to do. I don't always remember what they're for, so I have to slide them drastically back and forth to see the change. Like, I forgot that brow depth is basically the forehead. But there is a species, like a race. Why did I say species? There's a race in the game which for some reason is modeled differently in this game than it is in all of the others. They're called Qunari. We will meet one probably not tonight. No, definitely not tonight, because the only way we'd do that is if I was playing this for like 7 hours. And I love this game, but I don't want to play it for 7 hours. But in the other iterations of the game, they have horns. They're not a playable race in this game, but they are in Inquisition. And when you make a character in Inquisition, among the options in Scars is you can have one or both of the horns broken off. And that is just so cool to me. Also, for anyone new here, if you wonder why I keep looking off screen, I only have one monitor. So in order to check the chat, I have the stream open up on my laptop, which is right down here next to me. And if you say something and there's a bit of a delay with me saying anything about it, there's a chance that, one, I haven't looked, or there's like maybe a 5-second delay between what I do and what comes through the stream. And we are gonna give her... Oh, no, that was height. Want that. I always like giving them just like little pixie noses. Like, it just... I don't know. They're cute. I guess I have a thing for tiny noses. I wish you could do, like, tip height, because that does stick out just a little bit. That's... It looks a little high, but I know how to fix this. I know how to fix that. Just bring mouth up. Widen it just a little bit. Lips are good. That's good. So Now with jaw and cheeks. Okay, yeah, I was like, I know you can move this. I was looking for jaw height, not chin height. So yeah, if we just have that up just a little bit, this looks a little bit more proportional. See the differences with the... Oh my god, that clips through her hair. I'm sorry. So we're gonna have that for the cheekbones. Cheek width is good. Cheekbone width. That's good. Cheekbone height, maybe give her a little bit of some high cheekbones. Everything else about the chin is good, except maybe thin the jaw out just a little bit. Ears are at a good height. Let's just make them just a hair smaller. And now the portrait. I'm gonna keep the positioning and the expression the same, but I always love messing with the background because these are really pretty backgrounds. Where is... Sorry, I usually don't notice a lot of them, so I don't think I ever noticed the fancy, like, tie-dye type one. I think I'm gonna make her just a hair paler. Like, she's gonna be really, really pale in the game. Like, unhealthily pale. But that seems to be a pattern that I've made for my characters. And now we're gonna pick her voice, which the characters, like the playable characters, your character that you make here, this chick, they don't speak when they have dialogue, and I can understand why, because there are 6 different options here, so they would have had to have 6 different people voice all of the lines and then go ahead and change the pitch for each of them, because the voices are pitched differently for elves, humans, and dwarves. They're at their highest for elves, human is the mid-range, and then they are at their lowest for dwarves. But they're also not, like, super silent and stuff in combat, so you've got, like, those typical, like, grunts, like, I've been hit, casting a spell, that kind of thing, or if you succeed in, like, a lock picking, or if you detect a trap. What is it called? Disarming a trap! I was like... The only thing that was coming to mind was unsetting a trap, which technically isn't correct, or isn't wrong, but it's also not right. So, let's listen to the voice options and we'll see.
I have lost the spell. I should do something else.
How do you do? Damn, lost the spell. Greetings.
Well, that didn't work. Greetings. I have lost my concentration.
Charmed. Ah, there went the spell! Greetings. Ugh, my spell.
I like the sultry voice. Like, that's always been my favorite. But I don't think it really fits.
Charmed. It didn't work.
Like, when she says charmed, it seems to fit.
Well, now, this does nothing.
But the rest of it doesn't
Move aside, please.
really seem like it fits her.
How do you do?
Uh,
Oops, where's my head? New weapon. Scoot. Off I go. Greetings.
No, it's gone.
Greetings.
Well, that didn't work.
wait a minute.
Greetings. Greetings.
Hold on. Wait 2 seconds. Hold on a second here. That's not just me, right? I'm not the only one who hears that. That's the same voice, right?
Greetings. Greetings.
Okay, no, there is a very, very slight difference. I hear it. It's very, very slight. Holy shit.
How do you do? Oops, where's my head?
But I think cocky fits her the best. So now we are gonna put in the points. I always want to go in. Is it willpower or cunning that I want? Sorry, I'm speed reading these. Dexterity is always important. Willpower. Let's go, because I have 5 points to spend. I always want more constitution, because I don't want to die. I'm just realizing that this is charisma, intelligence, and wisdom. I'm sorry. I was just like, 3 of these are the same as D&D stats. And the other 3 they just renamed, but they're still very much that. So we want cunning up, because that's also important for a rogue. But I don't want to be super weak either, so we're going to go strength. Always coercion. Always, always, always. I love being able to convince people of things and make them do things that I want them to do. We are gonna go deft hands and below the belt, because deft hands is what you use for like lockpicking and disarming traps, and that's always a very important skill. Where's my head? You know exactly what that fucking means, Nox, and you know it. You know exactly what that means. But, okay, so with that out of the way, we are gonna start, and I really hope this doesn't make too much noise. I have a drink here with me. I have Gatorade, because I am thirsty. And I was kind of running around last minute getting everything, so this was what I had. So. And I'm doing it on easy, which may not be the most fun for you guys to watch, because maybe you want to see me fail and rage quit and yell. But let me tell you, there's this one part of the game that you might see me do that anyway, even on easy, because it is the bane of my existence, and I hate it, and I will put it off for as long as I can, which unfortunately isn't as long as I would like it to be.
You were born amidst the Dalish elves, noble wanderers who refused to join the society of humans that subjugated their homeland so long ago. The Dalish travel the land in tightly knit clans, struggling to maintain their half-forgotten lore in a human world that fears and despises them. You spend your time hunting with your clanmate Tamlin in the forests, and as is sometimes the case, your quarry is not always the local wildlife.
It's a Dalish!
And you 3 are somewhere you shouldn't be.
Let us pass, Elf. You have no right to stop us.
No? We will see about that, won't we? You're just in time. I found these humans lurking in the bushes. Bandits, no doubt.
We aren't bandits, I swear. Please don't hurt us.
You Shemlin are pathetic. It's hard to believe you ever drove us from our homeland.
We've never done nothing to you, Dalish. We didn't even know this forest was yours.
This forest isn't ours, fool. You've stumbled too close to our camp. You Shems are like vermin. We can't trust you not to make mischief. What do you say, Lethaline? What should we do with him?
Yep, as you can see, my character is very pale, which unfortunately kind of doesn't fit the idea of the story that she's out in the wild, in the sun all the time, but you can also see what I mean about, like, the lighting being different with the hair. But what should we do with them? Let's find out what they're doing here.
Does it matter? Hunting or banditry, we'll need to move camp if we let them live.
Look, we didn't come here to be trouble. We just found a cave.
Yes, a cave. With ruins like I've never seen. We thought there might be,
Treasure? So you're more akin to thieves than actual bandits.
If you've been there, you should have treasure to prove it.
But I have proof. Here, we found this just inside the entrance.
This stone has carvings. Is this Elvish? Written Elvish?
There's more in the ruins. We didn't get very far in, though.
Why not?
There was a demon. It was huge with black eyes. Thank the Maker we were able to outrun it.
A demon. Where is this cave?
Just off the west, I think. There's a cave in the rock face and a huge hole just inside.
Well, do you trust them? Shall we let them go?
You frighten them enough. They won't bother us.
Run along then, Shems. And don't come back until we Dalish have moved on.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious.
I'm not sure. I have a bad feeling about this demon.
Skittish Shems say it's a demon and you believe them. They probably woke up a bear. Let's see if these ruins actually exist. Then we'll worry about what to do.
Sorry, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have a name for the thing that we're gonna find. Also, yeah, we got a bunch of things for the codex. It's just part of the journal. Yeah. Close up the little tutorial things. So this is a DLC quest that I have, I think. Here's the codex. I'm not going to go through the codex now. I think what I'm going to do is I will, every time I start a stream from now on, we'll start by looking at what's new in the codex. So in case you're wondering what that is, if you hit tab in the game, it will show you everything that you can interact with. It's really good for finding items. And you can move a couple ways. You can move with WASD, the arrow pad, or you can just right click and move. I don't know why I was using WASD, because I always find this a lot easier, because I'm not running into things. I just say, this is where you go, and the game figures it out for me. I keep it on pause before battle, because it gives me 2 seconds to prepare. And I will be pausing it a lot in combat, just to set my actions, because it's... How? I understand that it's probably like an RNG mechanic of like the missing and stuff when there's no obstruction. But how did I miss a wolf that was right there? How did I do that? That's cool. Sorry, you realize there's a delay here. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific of what's cool. Because, yes, there's a lot about this game that's cool. So yeah, you've got things that just by... Oh, the pausing in the combat, yeah. Don't worry about, because it's probably easy for you to forget. I may just ask to clarify in the future of like, oh, you said this is cool or this was funny. I may ask you to clarify so that I know what you're talking about. But now we've got our first... This is why I like getting deft hands very early, because I don't know if I would actually have been able to open that if I didn't have it. Definitely wouldn't have been able to do it if I wasn't a rogue. And I don't know if... Yeah, Tamlin's a warrior, so he wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yes.
But yeah, the little things that show up with the little eyeball icon are just things that add to the codex and give you more information about an area. Elfroot is used to make health poultices, which I don't have a way of making, I don't think. Do I have herbalism? No! I couldn't remember if that was one of the things that I just got. Like, I got survival, probably because I'm an elf, and I got poison making because I'm a rogue, and then the coercion saw I picked. So we've got our elf root here.
Yes.
Rubble. Mushroom. Which... I never actually looked into that and saw that you could actually do something with it other than crafting with it. After chewing a deep mushroom, the user gains a small amount of stamina. Spellcasters gain no benefit from deep mushrooms. Well, that's a little silly, just because stamina is... Oh! No, that makes sense. Because non-mages have stamina, mages have mana. Okay. Yeah, no, that does make sense. I thought it didn't at first, but my bad.
This must be the cave. I don't recall seeing this before, do you?
No, and that worries me. We should be wary.
Always the careful one. Fine. But I'm not running back until I know there's something worth making a fuss over. Come on, let's at least see what's there. How dangerous could it be?
Famous last words, my dude. Party and venture forth? Yes.
It looks like the Shem was telling the truth. But these ruins look more human than elven.
Okay. I'm just saving just to, well, be safe. Because I have, worked a little bit to optimize the game as much as I can, but we all know computers. They can crash for just whatever reason. And yes, I collect absolutely everything, because everything you collect, you can sell. I just remembered what this is, and I should probably give you guys an arachnophobia warning, because of these.
And I'm off.
Your are no match
That
for
won't
me.
stop me.
Yummy. No! No, I would not eat these. You may also notice I'm probably gonna do it, in the boss fight of this area. You may notice me sending, in this case it would be Tamlin, like, running away
Yes.
at certain points. That's because I want the experience for it. So I have to make sure that I deal the killing blow. Because even characters that don't gain experience at a certain point, if they deal the killing blow, just nobody gets experience. It doesn't get, like, passed on or anything. So if there is lots of experience to be had, I want to be the one to get it if I can.
Yes.
Especially because these skills you don't get at every level. You get a talent point every level, but I don't know exactly what the levels are for skills, so you gotta be a little bit more figuring out. You have to be careful. No, not careful. What the hell is the word I'm looking for? You have to kind of make note of that and be very choosy. Choosy is the word I was looking for. And we are about to see more spiders. That hiss is kind of their spawning sound.
Trap. So simple to see, really.
I am going to disarm that and get attacked while I do it, but it's fine. Oh, Jesus. Get the fuck off me. Tamlin, help.
Here!
Get the fuck off me.
Yes.
Oh, I'm good!
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yes, I know he took out both of those other spiders. I was a little bit panicked in that battle. That's never happened to me, actually. I have never been knocked prone like that by a spider. It's happened with other creatures, like with other skills and stuff. But a spider has never done that to me. So that caught me a little off guard, especially with how violent it looked. So, yeah. Yummy. Let's see that turn. The tables turned on that, huh? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because this is the door that it's not going to let me unlock. Yep. Because I have insufficient skill.
Don't look now.
I can get through here, disarm the trap, get some experience.
Trap. So simple to see, really.
I realize it's because you can come in from either side. It just feels a little silly to have those on both sides.
I'm off.
You're no match for
Don't
me!
fuck me up again. There is that spider back there. I'm gonna shoot.
Let's do
Now
this
that I've
quickly, shall
engaged
we?
it. Tamlin, you are swinging at a dead spider. A dead spider that's body disappeared. Or did it? Yeah, because there's only one corpse and then the bones because I looted one. Okay. So. Doy. Sorry, my finger slipped on the mouse wheel, and I did not think that that was gonna clip my camera
now.
to the game. Let's take care of another pressure plate, because you can come through on both sides. So let's just see if there's anything else to collect on this side. No. But there is a pile of bones here. But yeah, I'm not always worried about, like, other characters, I don't know, stealing experience with smaller fights like those spiders. It's mainly bosses that I'm like, oh, hell no. Like these.
I can't believe this. You recognize this statue, don't you?
It's worn, but it looks vaguely familiar.
Back when our people lived in Arlathan, statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Can these ruins date back to the time of Arlathan?
Perhaps, but there isn't much left down here.
Yes, time and decay take their toll. Still, there's bound to be something of value.
It makes me sad how much of an asshole you can be about your own culture. I'm just gonna see if there is anything to get down here. Nope, this is just that door. Okay. Just gonna see. I am going to let, because if you see this circle here, this is a trap. I don't want to get trapped.
More of these.
So
Well,
I'm gonna let Tamlin set it off. It hit me too anyway.
Trying to be tricky.
Asshole. That didn't wake up everything.
He did it!
Those walking corpses? This place is haunted.
Didn't wake everything.
Yes.
I'm gonna wait for this to wear off, because wear off it will. Okay. If I move. I thought they were all gonna wake up. But, yeah. Remember what Tamlin said about maybe they just woke up a bear?
And I'm off.
Meet the spiky bear. I don't care what it says it is.
Going.
It's a spiky bear. And I am getting this thing's goddamn experience. Tamlin, get the fuck out of here. Okay, I guess I'll switch weapons.
Where do I go?
What was that thing?
And that is why I sent Tamlin away. But I am going to go back to my bow and arrow because... which one is better? Okay, the short bow is better. Because I prefer ranged weapons. My weapon of choice in this game is a crossbow, but I don't have a crossbow yet. And can I get to any of the other things before I have to examine the mirror? Okay, yes, I can. Look at the sarcophagus. And there was a belt in there, so I am just going to put that on. Is there any...
It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the
there wasn't.
writing says.
Because, yeah, there's that tunnel down there, and I do come back here later. I just don't know how to get down there. Do not touch the glass.
Not that we'd leave a fingerprint on it. See how clean it is? Not a single smudge or crack. I wonder what this writing is for. Maybe this isn't... Hey, did you see that? I think something moved inside the mirror.
Get away from it, Tamlin.
Hold on, I just want to know what it is. Don't you see it? There it is again. Can you feel that? I think it knows we're here. I just need to take a closer look. It's showing me places. I can see some kind of city. Underground. And there's a great blackness. It saw me. Help! I can't look away!
How dangerous can it be, indeed?
Can you hear me? I am very sorry.
I'm not going to read those tip things out loud on the loading screen because sometimes it loads too fast for you to get through even half of it.
You're awake. You've the god's own luck, Lethalon. You're back at camp. Everyone is worried sick about you. How do you feel?
Worried. Where's Tamlin?
We don't know. The Shem who brought you here saw no sign of him.
There was a human?
A Shem brought you back 2 days ago. You don't remember him?
I've been here for 2 days?
He was a Grey Warden and appeared out of nowhere with you slung over his shoulder. You were delirious with fever. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off again. The Keeper's been using the old magic to heal you.
Is anyone looking for Tamlin?
Of course. Most of the hunters are off looking for him right now. But the Keeper wanted to talk to you as soon as you awoke. Stay here. I'll get her.
I see you are awake, Dahlan. It is fortunate Duncan found you when he did. I know not what dark power held you, but it nearly bled the life from you. It was difficult even for my magic to keep you alive.
Duncan? Is that the one who brought me back?
Yes. He introduced himself as a Grey Warden. Duncan thought there may have been darkspawn creatures inside the cave. Is that true?
There were walking corpses and other strange monsters.
Walking corpses? Dark magic, but not darkspawn. I know not what the other creatures might have been. What else did you find? What is the last thing you remember?
A mirror. Tamlin touched it.
A mirror. And it caused all this? I have never heard of such a thing in all the lore we have collected. I was hoping for answers when you woke, but there are only more questions. And Tamlin remains missing. He is more important than any lore in these ruins. If he is as sick as you were, his condition is grave. Duncan returned to the cave to search for Darkspawn, but we cannot rely on him to look for Tamlin as well. We must go ourselves, and quickly. Do you feel well enough to show us the way, Dahlan? Without you, we will not find it.
I am up to it, Keeper. I feel fine.
I am relieved to hear it. I am ordering the clan to pack the camp so we can go north. Take Merrill with you to the cave. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly.
That voice crack when I said fine was totally accidental, but it fit the situation perfectly. The clan is leaving?
If there is any truth to what Duncan said, then Darkspawn may show up in these parts soon. We must get away from that horde. But that is not our only concern. Did you encounter any other humans out in the forest?
3 of them. We drove them off.
Although you hurt no one, these humans roused their nearby village against us. As everywhere, our people are not welcome here. We have stayed too long, and we must move on, quickly.
You're going to let those Shemlin drive us off?
Our clan could slaughter their entire village if we cared to, but at the cost of bringing their king's rage down on our heads. These people are simple and have simple fears. This is their land, so we will go peacefully.
Are you not interested in the ruins in the mirror?
I would be lying if I said I was not. But whatever knowledge lies in that cave is not worth our children. I send you back with hopes of finding Tamlin, and that is all.
Why do you want me to take Meryl?
Meryl knows a degree of my magic. Tamlin's chances of surviving the journey back are greater with her help. I also wish for Meryl to see this cave and mirror. She has a sense for these things, and could shed light on the nature of this illness.
But doesn't Meryl risk getting ill as well?
You recovered, and Meryl will too. Still, be careful. Should you come upon this strange mirror again, do not touch it.
Wasn't planning on it. Take Meryl to the cave and find Tamlin. I understand.
Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance.
I have questions about this Grey Warden.
When Tamlin's life is at stake? Very well.
I'm sorry if you guys don't really like the lore drop that these questions have, but I love this game. I love its lore. I love hearing its lore. I can never get sick of it. I thought the Grey Wardens had disappeared.
Not quite, Dylan. After they defeated the Darkspawn long ago, the Grey Wardens' numbers diminished greatly over the centuries. It seems the humans have little use for them if Darkspawn aren't actively raising their lambs. I suppose the thought of Darkspawn returning one day did not occur to them.
And have they returned?
The Grey Warden thinks so. A war may be in the offing. If so, we must get as far away from it as possible.
Could we not help in the battle?
Let the humans fight their battles, as we must fight our own.
Why did you believe anything this Shemlin said?
He seemed honorable, and his care for your safety speaks well of him. I trust my judgment.
How did he know where to bring me?
He said he had been looking for our clan, and had a hint of our whereabouts. As I said, you were fortunate. It is possible he sought a volunteer to join their order.
I volunteer as tribute. Dalish have joined these Grey Wardens before?
Indeed. The Grey Wardens once consisted of the best from all races. I know of no Dalish joining them since the days of the Darkspawn Wars, however.
What if he asks for one now?
It would be a great honor, though I don't know why any Dalish would choose such a life. Regardless, he has not asked.
Are these Wardens great warriors?
They are the best and most noble of all races, Dalen. Few can achieve their standards.
I have no more questions about the Grey Warden Keeper.
Then do not tarry. Find Tamlin quickly.
But I got more questions about other things! I'm curious about these Darkspawn you mentioned.
Remember that Tamlin needs your help.
I know, but I have questions! Didn't the Grey Wardens destroy the Darkspawn long ago?
They destroyed the last horde of Darkspawn to threaten the surface centuries ago. It doesn't mean they extinguished them all.
You think this cave was a Darkspawn lair?
Darkspawn are savage, uncultured creatures, more akin to locusts than men. They may have befouled the cave, but they did not build what is there. From the Warden's description, it may have been a temple devoted to an old god. Should we return, I may see it for myself.
Why did the Grey Warden think I'd met a Darkspawn?
Darkspawn are filthy, diseased beasts that taint the very air around them. The Grey Wardens seem to think your illness came from this taint. Since you did not meet any Darkspawn, I don't see how that could be. No doubt he was mistaken.
What is a darkspawn exactly? I've never seen one before.
They are mostly boogeymen, used to frighten human children. In modern times, they are rarely seen on surface lands. But rumor holds that great numbers dwell in the ancient tunnels of the Draganlan, the dwarves. They obliterate all that is in their path. Like a plague of locusts, they spread disease and misery when they come to the surface. An event to be feared, without doubt.
Could that bear-like monster have been a darkspawn? It was a spiky bear, I'll tell you that much.
The old tomes say Darkspawn come in as many varieties as surface creatures. They also say that many Darkspawn are seen only during what the humans call a blight. Perhaps your bear monster was one of those.
I have no more questions about the darkspawn keeper.
Then do not tarry. Find Tamlin quickly.
I need more equipment before I go.
Master Island can help you. Go to him and ask to see his stock.
Goodbye, keeper. I need equipment. I need to pick up shit from camp. And I need to dump the shit that I've got. And lore. More lore. There are things among the Dalish camp that give you codex entries specifically about the Dalish. But for now, we'll take our money and... Okay, there's... Also, I want to remind you guys that this guy's name is Fenrirel. Remember that. I don't know how long you'll have to remember that, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to find the thing I'm looking for, but it's just something weird that I've always noticed.
Oh, right.
Chest. That would need a key. What about this? Put gloves. Armor. Don't want to talk to Pyvel yet. There is a scroll over here that I missed. And that gives you this part 1 of the story of Arlathan. Which I believe Arlathan is... like, it's the Elvish homeland. But it's Elvish for something. I wanna say it's like the land we come from, or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to talk to anyone yet until I get my shit, because that also gives me a second to talk, because I thought I'd be like, you know, oh, I'll talk during some of them. No, I can't bring myself to talk in the middle of the dialogue of this game. I can't do it. Wait. Oh, okay, they're up there. I was like, where did those two go? I see. That is not where the chest is. See, when I use WASD, I'm running into things. But I guess sometimes it's easier. Like this. Get splint mail. Which could probably upgrade what I'm wearing. Because I like the Dalish armor. Actually, I can't wear the iron mail or the chainmail because my strength is too low. And this blood dragon plate. So, this came from getting the deluxe edition of the game, which is what gave me, like, the DLC, like, all of those things that you saw at the beginning, like the feast day gifts, feast day pranks, all of that stuff. It's got Awakening, it's got other DLC, like, Witch Hunt, Leliana's Song, and a couple other ones, which I'm also going to play after I finish Origins. The Blood Dragon Plate is another one of these things that comes with the deluxe edition. It is an item that will spend most of the game sitting in your inventory because it requires 38 strength. It will take the entire game, if you get there at all, to actually be able to put this on somebody. Like, I can understand, because, like, you don't, it's scaling, essentially, but it is a little frustrating that they give it to you so early and you can't use it. And it just takes up space. There's a scroll over here. I don't know if I ever knew about this scroll, actually. Tells you about the Dales. Cool. Cool. Where is the thing I am looking for? There is a specific thing I am trying to find. Also, these animal here, these deer-like animal, they're Hala. We found a dead Hala early on, if anyone remembers that, when we were first moving, right before that fight with the wolves. So I'm pretty sure the werves killed it. Here it is. This is something I've always thought weird, because that one character over here, his name is Fenrirel.
Yes.
There's an elven god whose name is Fenharl, the Dreadwolf. And from everything that I understand about Fenharl, he is an antagonistic god. Like, that is how he is viewed. He is viewed as a bad god. So why would any elven parent name their child after a god that nobody likes? Okay. I think this scroll here and the book that is over there somewhere are the last items that we can get to. Why is there a book in a bush? I realize that is probably about the Fenrirl situation. It's just, for me, it's also funnily timed because it happened at the exact... I saw it at the exact moment of, why would you put a book in a bush? Which also fits the situation. Now I will say, I know from spoilers from the later games, I know a little bit more information about Fenrirl, but not enough to explain why someone would name their child after him.
So you have returned to us, Dalen. We are grateful you are whole and well.
I'm glad to be here as well, Haren.
So you should be. What were you two thinking, wandering into that cave without first coming to tell the Keeper?
You're right, Haren. We should have come back here first.
I suppose your youth can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price. Losing you would be a terrible crime, Dalen. You belong to more than just yourself, or do you not remember?
I'm sorry, Haren. I'll try harder next time. I always feel bad that there's an option that makes you a complete asshole, because it is easier for me to, because they're all numbered, so you can do it either by clicking on it or by hitting, like, the number on your keyboard. And I always hit the number, but I am terrified that I'm gonna hit the wrong one and accidentally become a giant douche, or later on, when I have a whole party, accidentally ask someone to leave. But I'm sorry, Haran, I'll try harder next time.
Would you even know the reason behind your efforts? I wonder. Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling.
Certainly, Haran.
Come then. Help me as I go along. Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Would you care to begin, Dalen?
There is an answer for each one of these that makes me die laughing inside. And I want to pick it, but I don't want to be disrespectful to the clan. So I'll read them off. I'll read each one off first, but then I will choose the answer. Then I will read the answer that I'm going to choose, and then choose that answer. So, well, children, it starts with a mommy and daddy elf. But actually, long ago we were slaves to the humans.
Yes, slaves to a terrible empire the humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators, and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery.
I just realized if I go back and forth, I'm going to totally ruin the flow of this story, so I'll give you a second to read the other option. It's always going to be option number 3. But the humans wouldn't let us be.
They were resentful, because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants.
Then the humans declared war on the Dales.
And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the lands.
We chose wandering the lands rather than the human rule.
To survive and preserve our culture, the clans stay apart until the day the Elvenon have a homeland once more.
We shall return the old ways to those who have lost them.
We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path.
We are the last of the Elvenon. Never again shall we submit.
Thank you for your forbearance, Dalen. You remember both the tale and the oath of the Dales perfectly. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly.
Let's ask more questions! I would like to hear more about our history.
Now that's something I rarely hear. Of course.
Tell me about Arlathan.
Ah, yes. The Lost City. Before the Shemlen enslaved us, even before they came to this part of the world, our people lived in glorious Arlathan. Legends say that our ancestors were immortal, and we possessed magic the Shemlen could only dream of.
Do no books record our history?
When the humans enslaved us, they took away our language, our history, and our immortality. We quickened to the pace of life, and retained nothing of ourselves. We were slaves for so long, that even when we became free, there was little for us to recover. If books still exist, I do not know of them.
Why do the Shems allow us to exist if they hate us so much?
Perhaps they have no choice. Dalish clans are scattered to the winds and rarely gather, which makes us difficult for any organized effort to destroy. And why bother? We have nothing they want. No land, no treasure. And we always move on, allowing no one to grow too angry with us. Some might see this as cowardly, but we are proud. We are the last, and we will survive.
What happened to the elves who didn't join the Dalish?
They remain in human cities, forgetting all they once had. We call them Flat Ears, for they differ little from their Shemlin masters. A few may return, but we must accept that they know nothing of the lore, or why we keep it.
This is the first time that it has ever occurred to me that just how problematic the term flat ear is, just because non-elves tend to call elves knife ears, which I don't know if I would go as far as to call it a slur, but it is definitely a derogatory term. So it has only occurred to me now just how problematic flat ear also is. Do you think we'll ever find another homeland?
We can hope to find a new home one day, where the Dalish and the Flat Ears will build a land greater even than Arlathan. We shall teach the Flat Ears the lore they lost, and perhaps they will teach us to understand the Shemlin at last. That is the only way we shall truly live in peace.
I think that's all. Thank you.
Then I'm sure you have much to do, unless you've other questions.
What do you know about that Grey Warden?
The one who brought you back? Very little. He seemed decent enough as humans go. As for Grey Wardens, they're heroes without a doubt. Members of our own clan joined their ranks in ages past.
What do you know about Darkspawn?
Only that they eat living flesh, and lurk in underground tunnels, once ruled by the Dergenlen, the dwarves. In the last blight long ago, the Grey Wardens all but wiped them out. Should they return, all races will shudder.
Did elves ever live in caves?
I've never heard of such a thing. But in the days of ancient Arlathan, we lived free and spread far across the continent. We were as varied as the Shemlin, though fewer in number. Perhaps some of us lived in caves then, but all knowledge from that era is lost.
I should go.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
It was only when he mentioned the word Dergenlen that it really occurred to me that, Dalish comes with a hell of a lot of apostrophes. It is very much an apostrophe language. Did I not look at this? Did I? Oh. Broken Moth covered statue once represented. Blah, 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 blah. She's in the codex, so. Talk to Marin.
Anathara, it's good to see you recovered.
How are the Hala faring, Marin?
They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem. May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him.
He may very well be dead.
The Hala mourn our fallen. No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you.
The Hala are beautiful creatures.
I admire them for their strength and pride. They are equals, not servants like the Shemlin horses. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return.
Gonna take a minute to do a quick save. I'm not gonna talk to Meryl yet because we still have Island, these guys, Fenarel, and someone down here whose name I can't remember to talk to. Talk to her first. Ashale or Ashal. I don't know how to say that.
By the creators, it is so good to see you whole and well. I was so worried.
Anathara, Ashal. It's good to see you too.
All that time you were ill, the Keeper didn't know if you were going to live or die. I've been outside the Keeper's tent the whole time. I have never been so relieved as when I heard you would pull through. What happened? Everyone says Tamlin may be dead.
He's missing. That's all we know right now. Yes, I know I just told Merrin that he might be dead. Don't judge me.
That's awful. He's been a good friend to you since you were fledglings. You must be more careful. Your mother and father, may they rest in peace, would be horrified to see you take such risks.
You've never spoken of my parents much, Ashal.
What happened to them is a sad tale, and it's in the past. Reopening old wounds benefits no one.
This is why we get coercion early on. Don't we Dalish strive to learn of our past?
True. Perhaps you're old enough to hear this, though it hardly seems like the right time.
Is there ever a good time?
Very well. If I do not tell you now, you'll only wonder. Your mother was a hunter, one of the finest, and your father was the keeper before Marethari. He was with us for a very long time. Your mother was from another clan, and her elders did not approve of the match. She and your father had to meet in secret. One day, bandits caught them alone in the forest. Your father was killed, but your mother escaped.
I always thought they died together.
Your mother held to life long enough to give birth to you. But grief racked her heart. One night she simply walked into the moonlight and never returned.
My mother abandoned me?
She just couldn't carry on without your father. The clan decided not to discuss this around you, lest it poison your heart with sadness.
No, that's still fucked up. I can't believe I've never heard this tale.
Our people have learned to live with much sorrow. It seemed only right that we not dwell on it. Your mother did leave you a gift. Something of your father's for you to have once you are older. Perhaps the time has come.
Oh? Where is it?
Take this key. You'll see some chests behind the storage Aravel by the Halapen. One of them was your mother's. Its contents are yours if you wish.
The locked chest. You used a key. No shit. Now you're gonna put that on. And I wish we had multiple necklace slots instead of just ring slots. Because I don't want to... I want to wear the heirloom necklace, but there is another thing that I want to wear when I get to it. These guys.
Hello there.
Oh.
I don't think we've met.
Okay, maybe we get...
It's good you're well. You weren't here when Paul arrived, were you?
I've heard of you. Everyone is talking about you and the other missing hunter. A Grey Warden brought you back here.
You're not Dalish, are you?
That obvious, is it? I just found your camp a couple of days ago. A lucky thing. I heard rumors in a nearby human village that a Dalish camp was close, and I hope to find your hunters in the forest.
You were fortunate I didn't shoot you, Paul. I thought you were a Shem, and a bandit at that. You're not the first city elf to rejoin his people. I'm sure you'll find life among us more satisfying than with the Shems, if no less harsh.
In the alienage, we hear terrible stories about the Dalish. They aren't true, right?
Only the parts where we sacrifice young elves to the gods.
Ha! That's funny. It is funny, right? You don't actually do that.
I'm sorry, I love fucking with him. I also love the fact that it's spelled differently, but we are in a Dalish camp with characters like our keeper's name. Her name is Marethari. We have Marethari. We have Pievel. We have Island, we have Fenrir, we have Merrill, we have Ashal, we have Merrin, and his name is Paul!
I'm glad you recovered. Once we find Tamlin, we can concentrate on the journey northward.
Thank you for the bow, Master Island. It is light and sturdy, much better than the one I made last year.
You are more than welcome. My father made it and used it in battle against the Clane tribes.
I will carry it with honor.
I would like to hear the story of your father's battle. I realized I don't think I've ever asked him that question.
Then I am proud to tell it. Our clan was one of the first to flee the Dales. When we came to Ferelden, the fiercest of the Shemlin were the barbarians known as the Clane. We didn't wait for them to attack us. Every Dalish clan in Ferelden united to bring the battle to them.
There are more Dalish clans in Ferelden?
In Ferelden, in Orlais, wherever there are lands the humans cannot hold, we bring our Aravels. You met some at the last gathering. The ensuing battle went well for us. That day, we carved out our reputation of being the deadliest archers. Our arrows won us the right to wander these woods at will. It was this very bow that my father used that day.
Thank you for the tale, Master Island, and especially the bow. I will honor its history.
I love how you can persuade him for a bow. I might be able to convince him, but I would feel bad doing it. Why would you relinquish such a relic?
We are all the same clan. His hand is as my hand. I have relinquished nothing. It was my father who first spoke of the Vir Tanadal, the three ways of the hunter. The first is the Vir Asan, the way of the arrow, to reach for our goal unrelenting. The second is the Vir Borasan, the way of the bow, to bend, but not to break. The last is the Vir Adalen, the way of the wood. We are as ancient as the forests, each tree a part of the greater land. All Dalish are united in this. One day, we shall have a homeland again.
May I see your crafts, Master Island?
Of course. Take whatever you need.
Okay, the first order of business is to see if he has a backpack. No. I always get backpacks whenever they're available because they up my inventory space, because since I grab everything, my inventory fills up really fast. Shit. I guess I'm talking to him again after I switch out my bows. I should have done this before. That's the scout's bow that gives you rapid aim. I think I'm good on armor, because that's the same. It's the same stats, but it doesn't give you dexterity. That's the same. Can't wear those. Can't wear those. Okay, yep.
Ah, back again?
May I see your craft?
Of course. Take whatever you need.
Why can you ask him about giving away his father's bow again? We just had that conversation. Okay, I never give anybody axes, so... that... Don't need either of these. Keep the greatsword for now. I will get rid of one of those. Don't need these. Could use those for somebody else. Don't need those. I'll probably pick up splint mail again somewhere else, so I'm going to sell those, but I'm going to keep the chainmail. Is there anything else that I should get? Okay, I'm gonna need some of these for later, so I'll grab one of each for now. So we're good there. Now I need to go back and talk to Fenrir.
Is the Keeper sending you back to that cave to look for Tamlin?
Yes, I'm going with Meryl.
I want to go with you. Keeper Marathari probably won't approve, but I can help find Tamlin.
Alright, come with us.
Good. I'll follow you, just to make sure Meryl doesn't go running to the Keeper when you tell her I'm coming.
When? Oh my god! I never went through my stats after I beat the spiky bear. Oh. My bad. I'm an idiot. That. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, because... I'm gonna need trap making. I don't know if I'm gonna get the chance to do this again, but for so many combat things, I need combat tactics. I'll add combat tactics next, but we'll get trap making here. These all require combat training. This requires level 4. I can only get... Oh, I can only get one thing anyway. Convenient. Okay. But now we're gonna ask...
I see you have not left with Meryl yet. Is there something you need?
Yes, permission. I want to bring Fenriril with us to the cave.
Fenriril? Are you certain? I'm already putting Meryl at risk. I don't want to lose you too.
I want to help, Keeper. If we can find Tamlin, it's worth the risk.
Very well, then. You have my permission. And thank you for asking for it.
Yeah. That is... No, that's not what I want to do. Map. Okay, that is the right direction. So we go... Who needs stairs?
The Keeper told me I'm to accompany you back to those caves. As her apprentice, I may see something you missed. But our main objective is to find Tamlin, of course. We must make haste. He may not have much time.
Aren't you worried about getting sick?
A little, but the Keeper cured you. How dangerous could it be? Even if I get sick, finding Tamlin or something valuable will be worth it.
How dangerous could it be, huh? Why don't you ask Tamlin? Go touch a fucking mirror! How much did the Keeper tell you?
Enough to pique my interest and my concern. You can explain the rest on the way.
Fenriril is coming with us. Any objections?
That depends on the Keeper. I thought we're supposed to go alone.
The Keeper is fine with it.
That's good enough for me. Now, are we ready?
Let's head out now.
And let us make haste while daylight lasts.
This is another reason that I like easy mode, is easy mode does not have friendly fire, because that would add an entirely new complication. And hey look, Darkspawn. I'm getting nobody else involved because I want the experience.
Let's do this quickly, shall we?
The Dalish will prevail!
What were those things? Were those Darkspawn?
You're asking me?
I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did they come from? Were they here before?
I think I would have noticed.
Let's move on and hope we don't meet any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
Yes, I'm always pale. I made a point of it. What are you implying?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go.
Battle positions. Out of battle positions.
Yes. Oh, right.
Pretty sure those bones belong to... Because... Yeah, we got both Darkspawn, so I think these bones belong to the wolf we killed before. Camp.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here?
Maybe it belongs to the Shemlin who found me.
You're probably right. Didn't he say he was headed back to the cave? If so, he's not here now. And we've seen no sign of Tamlin. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that?
No forest creatures. It's too quiet.
Exactly. The forest is too... still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural.
Careful. I don't like this.
It seems whatever you woke up inside that cave has spread outside. The sooner we find this cave and Tamlin, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
And we got
Send
more
some Darkspawn.
Fair.
Have at you then.
I don't think I got a single point of experience from this fight. But it's okay. There are stronger things later on that will give me better experience. It's okay. I don't know why I'm still hitting tab when I've been through here, and really the only thing different were the Darkspawn, and I hit everything already. Gather your party and venture forth. Yes.
So these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlin, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about.
I didn't stop and talk to Tamlin at all when he was when he was still with me. Because I was just like, oh, this would be a good point before I go anywhere. I'm going to talk to both Meryl and Fenriril and see what I can find out from them. And I didn't do that with Tamlin because I'm an idiot. Don't talk like that. You don't know.
You're right. We should explore farther before I go on about my fears. I'm sorry.
How about you go on about your fears?
Yes?
Jesus! Why are you so angry? What exactly are we looking for?
Tamlin, or whatever's left of him, so we can return him to the Earth. The ruins are intriguing, but it feels like they've been tainted by something. Let's just see what there is and get out of here.
She's gonna yell at me again.
Yes?
What do you know about the Grey Wards? I'm not gonna ask her what happened to Tamlin, but...
Not much. They're an old order that saved us from Darkspawn in the past, but I thought they died out long ago. I'm told they deserve respect, though it was odd to see a Shem in our camp for so long.
Let's not waste any time. If Tamlin's alive, he needs us.
I'm gonna guess that they didn't give him any meaningful dialogue because he is missable. Like, you have to come here with Meryl, but you can totally, very easily miss going in with Meryl. We got all these Darkspawn bodies. And more Darkspawn!
More Darkspawn, hey? Die, damn you!
Put you in your place!
Going.
So you gave me money. You gave me gems that won't do anything for me until much later on, but I'm not going to sell them, so they're just going to fill up. Oh my god! Yes, he does! He does sound like older Ben 10. I didn't even think about that. And I was literally just thinking, I was like, you know, his voice does sound kind of familiar. You're right. I wonder if that's the same voice actor, like the actual, if he is literally older Ben 10. Okay, I have to move because there's a door in the way.
Good! One down!
I'm actually rewatching Ben 10 right now because I never finished Alien Force and I never watched Omniverse, and I've been meaning to do that. What the? Hold on a second. Wait. Is it just asleep? What?
I'll put you in your place!
I guess I gotta explore the other corners now. What? Like, that's one of those things that, like, is one of those things that happens in, like, a horror movie that you just see out of the corner of your eye and you're like, did I just... Motherfucker. Forgot about these. There are a lot of them. Go after the emissary. Who's that?
I'll make short work of you!
And you are doing a lot of damage to the emissary that I don't want you to do to the emissary. So we're gonna send you after the first. Okay, she's still attacking.
I'm here!
Okay, still attacking that, still attacking that. Yes! And that 164 experience is exactly why I did that. And I'm not gonna forget about this for like 40 minutes now. Just looked up to see what was after Omniverse, did you? Let's see. Constitution, willpower, dexterity probably. And yeah, see, I can't do any of this. because I need combat training. But when I level up again, at least that means I'll be able to get 2. But that's going to be there glowing obnoxiously at me for a while. That makes sense. Looking for the voice actor. What? I'm sorry, this looked open for a second and then it suddenly clipped to being closed. Hey look, spiky bear bones. Will it let me get to the... Nope.
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
So you're Duncan, the Grey Warden who saved me.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
Andera Natishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the Keeper's apprentice.
And I am Fenarel. Did you come here alone, human? Battling all those creatures?
Yes, though I must admit you took a great deal of pressure off me. Your keeper did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger.
I was gonna say something and I completely lost it. Other than the fact that I have mad respect for Duncan, and I've always had mad respect for Duncan. We're looking for our brother Tamlin.
So, you and your friend Tamlin both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror.
Yes. Tamlin touched the mirror and I blacked out.
I see. That's unfortunate. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlin too, I presume.
So it's true. I had the Darkspawn plague.
You have it still, and it will infect others so long as this mirror exists. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see.
Then what should I do?
First, we deal with the mirror. It is a pestilence and a threat.
Yes, it 100% is. It actually is the same guy. The reason I was looking down is I looked up who voices Fenarel, and it's Yuri Lowenthal. You were right.
It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure.
What about Tamlin?
There is nothing we can do.
I'm not leaving until I find him.
Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlin has no chance. Trust me when I say that he is gone. Now we should return.
I'm not ready to give up the search just yet.
If you prefer, I can wait outside while you look around, but I assure you he will not be here. I suggest, however, leaving sooner rather than later. You are sick whether you feel it or not, and it does you no good to linger.
I just want to look around to make sure.
As you wish. I will see you back at camp.
I feel bad being mean to Duncan, but I need to get to this rubble I was never able to access. And see about this chest. Which gives me scale armor. And what is... Is there anything further back here that is of importance? The chest. And a strange statue that I might regret this. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of guessed that was what would happen, but,
More of these?
It's not more than you can chew!
Shall we? How amusing! By the gods!
Fenrir, what are you doing? Your health is terrible. Get back here. Get your ass back here.
Aw, you want to die?
Yes, I know they're archers, but they're more likely to be focused on those of us that are actually doing it damage. Am I at an angle where I can get it? Yes. I can get it, I did. Okay, there are a couple more we can loot. I have to know. I have to know, I'm sorry. Damn it. Wouldn't that be funny if it made them stand up again? I would have loved that. This is why I should never be a game designer, because I totally would have made that happen. Okay, now I've done everything. I can get out of here. That's the only unfortunate thing about not agreeing to leave with Duncan, is now I have to... I hope I don't have to run back through the forest. Oh, and it's still locked. And she stepped in a bear trap. You'd think that maybe Duncan could at least be decent enough to unlock the door for us. How did I manage to get to miss getting stuck in a bear trap and they both got stuck? And so back we go. Your party and venture forth. Yes, now is this gonna take me to the camp or is it gonna take me back into the woods? It's gonna double load, that's what it's gonna do. Oh, thank God.
I'm relieved you have returned. And I did not expect to see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlin? What did you find of him?
Nothing. He's gone.
I see. Meryl, what about the mirror? Did you bring anything back?
I can answer that, Keeper. I destroyed the mirror.
I intended to use it to find a cure for this mysterious illness. I trust you had good reasons for your actions.
There is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was last here.
Let us speak privately within my Aravel, then, Duncan. Meryl, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan prepared.
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Dalen, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure.
Why can't we discuss it now?
Because I must talk to your Keeper first. It will not take long.
Tell Haren Pyvel what has occurred. He now has the sad task of preparing a service for the dead. Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
Alright, so let's go back to Island again first to dump more no, we're not dumping stuff until we really look at it. Okay, the dagger. Okay, the dagger and Darmisu don't appear to be any different.
I see you have not returned with young Tamlin. Are we to assume the worst?
The Grey Warden says he will not be found.
A sad day for our clan. I know you and Tamlin were friends. My condolences on your loss.
Thank you, Master Island.
May the creators guide your path.
Let's try this again.
Ah, back again?
Yes. May I see your crafts?
Of course. Take
so
whatever
that
you
I
need.
may sell my shit. Sell the dagger because it doesn't sound as cool as Darmies. You sell the mace. Sell those. Keep both of these because I don't remember what looks cooler. I never use shields, so we'll sell the shield. I think that's everything that we can dump. So now we go and we talk to Pyvel again.
So you return with the Grey Warden, but without Tamlin. What happened, Dalen? Is he truly lost to us?
It's my fault. I failed the clan.
You've done nothing of the sort, Dalen. Do not blame yourself. It seems the will of the creators that I sing the dirge for those I held in my arms as babes. I think I know why our immortal ancestors would sleep. Swiftly do stars burn a path across the sky, hastening to place one last kiss upon your eye. Tenderly land enfolds you in slumber, softening the rolling thunder. Dagger now sheathed, bow no longer tense. During this, your last hour, only silence.
I don't recognize that poem.
Our ancestors did not age as we do. The Shemlin brought a quickening to our blood that changed us forever. Instead of death, those weary of life would pass into Uthenera, the waking slumber. In doing this, they made way for the young. It was supposed to be a beautiful time, a celebration of the Elder's long life and contribution to his people. Alas, we have no such ceremonies these days.
Will you prepare a service for Tamlin, please?
Of course. We've no body to return to the soil, but we shall still sing for Tamlin. The creators must come to guide him to the beyond. Tell the Keeper, it shall be done before the clan is ready to move on.
Will the clan still leave?
Yes. The Darkspawn are too dangerous to risk staying here. I ask only one thing, if I may. This Grey Warden. You have met him now, yes? Is he a good man?
He seems honorable. For a Shemlin.
Interesting. What is it he talks to the Keeper about, I wonder? Perhaps you should go and ask.
I should go.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
Maybe he would have had more information after me finding out stuff. Maybe not. I don't know. So now, here we talk.
Your Keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
I would be honored, but how did this come about?
The Darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that, but it means joining us.
Will I be able to return to my clan?
We do not know. But we could not watch you suffer. The Grey Warden offers you a way to survive.
This is not simply charity on my part. I would not offer this if I did not think you had the makings of a Grey Warden. Let me be clear. You will likely never return here. We go to fight the Darkspawn, a battle that will take us far from your clan. But we need you, and others like you.
I am honored by your offer.
A great army of Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight threatens the land. We cannot outrun this storm. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the Grey Wardens against a blight should that day arrive. We must honor that agreement. It breaks my heart to send you away, as it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty, and your salvation.
Then I accept this privilege, Duncan, if you'll have me.
I welcome you to the Order. It is rare to have a Dalish amongst us, but they have always served with distinction.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalen. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go?
I would like to stay for Timlin's funeral.
We have much ground to cover, but I cannot deny you that. Say your farewells. Then we must be off.
Come then, Dalen. Before the Creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
This scene right here is actually a mod. There is a Tamlin's funeral mod. And yeah, I know the subtitles stay up. The game has a habit of kind of leaving the last subtitle on the screen. I don't know why, but obviously it's a mod, which is why there's no actual spoken dialogue, because they couldn't really get Marithari's voice actress to say any of the lines, so... I'm sorry, I just realized that Fenrir is still splattered in blood, which kind of ruined the moment.
I am sorry, Dalen.
That they have in there, because I'm pretty sure she said those words at some point, so they were just able to pull the voice files. This is an actual... This isn't the mod. This is the goodbye scene that's actually in the game.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect
a royal welcome?
I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I am Shiara, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor.
I thought humans considered us dangerous vagrants.
To be fair, your people can be a bit standoffish. Not that I blame them, of course. I tell you this, you are very welcome here. The Grey Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true Blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Normally I like being really polite in this game, but I like being spicy with Caitlin.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Okay, I know that quick saved, but I want to officially save. Because this part right here, every time I have a new game now, makes me nervous. Because this is where my game kept crashing before I got the new executable file. And while I know that fixed the problem, it's still like I crashed going across the bridge 5 times. So let's see if we'll make it. It was like right when I got to the top, because it was loading too many assets and it wasn't dumping.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yes, for me that was worthy of like an actual audible exhale. Okay. So, I think it's kind of funny just imagining if we had to wander this camp and we didn't have these handy little like bubbles above people's heads. Cause can you imagine for a second just like he wants us to find Alistair, and all he describes him as is another recruit. The only thing we know about Alistair is that he is male. Most of the people in this camp are male. But one thing that I will point out, we will talk to that priest in a second once I figure out where the... Aha. So there are books that go along with this series. They're kind of a prequel type thing. And there's a lot more to it of why Kaelin doesn't want to wait for reinforcements from Orlais. And that is because for a long time, Orlais overthrew the royal government, like the royal family, and held control over Ferelden. And it was his father, King Merrick, who freed Ferelden. So naturally, he will have grown up with stories about how awful Orlais is, considering people from Orlais murdered his grandmother in front of his father's, directly in front of his father. So there's a little bit more complicated history to that.
The wall before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's light be my guide.
Can I talk to her?
My faith sustains me. I shall not fear 10,000 men should they set themselves against me.
No, I cannot. I'm pretty sure I can talk to the sergeant, though, especially because his name is in yellow.
There are lots of Darkspawn, different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Our short friend here, for instance, is something called a Genlock. They're pretty common in the Horde, but we've seen others much larger. We don't know where these new Darkspawn are coming from, or what they come from. And all I can say is to use caution. There aren't any we've seen that won't die once they bleed enough.
Can I talk to him now? Yes, I can.
Well, don't touch the carcass. We'll be burning it so it doesn't infect anything.
I'm already infected, it's fine. Okay. I want to go
We stand here in this hour,
to the
good
kennels.
folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no fear.
This isn't good. I hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's the problem?
This is a Mabari. Smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
He is white because of a mod that I have, and I don't know why he has war paint on him. That shouldn't be there. But Mabaris are typically tan and black, but I found a recolor mod and I thought the white ones were absolutely beautiful, so my white Mabari. I hate that there's an option to kill the dog. It stresses me out, especially because it is directly under put the muzzle on the dog.
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
I might be. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red centre.
Where in the wilds would I find this flower?
It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
I'll see if I can find one.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
Okay, there are 4 things I want to do here before finding Alistair.
My friends, let us
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I am Shiara.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
It's not luck, but skill that will save us.
And I'm sure you have plenty of that to offer. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You've faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
We call it the Beyond, but I know of no connection.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
The Chantry says many things.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Yeah. Sorry, I can... I can feel my throat starting to get a little bit scratchy, and I can, like, hear it rasp a little bit.
Mother above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters.
Where is
we who betrayed your prophet Andraste are now favored.
There's a guy. I gotta find the guy. I just don't know where the guy is. There's the guy.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes.
Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
I love the fact that I know it's because, like, this game has to have, like, certain censorship, because it is an M-rated game. But I think I heard somewhere that some M-rated games, like, still try to avoid full nudity because they don't want that as part of their draw or something. So I love to imagine the fact that this, like, I know that this guy is supposed to be, like, fully naked for shame, but I love the thought of they just stripped him down but left his underwear. You haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Tell me why you're in there first.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
Did you desert?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
It matters to me if your cause is just.
Oh, that's sweet of you, dearie. How about you marry me instead? At least I could get a kiss before they hang me. And it's not as if they're wrong. I probably would have deserted later. Just not when they caught me is all. Hope that doesn't spoil your opinion of me. I'm still hungry enough to eat my shoe.
I hate being so awful. But it's the only way that I'm gonna get a thing, that this is the only way that I can get the thing. So why would I want to help you?
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
I am not killing him! I don't like that. I'll see what I
Just
can
ask
do.
my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's some food. I'll take that. Kill him and take the key. No. Here's some food. Let me give you the food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Oops. Alright. Shit. Where did he say it was? I'll come back and talk to him because I need to talk to him, but I will forget about this chest if I don't do it now. He said it was by the mage tents. Which are gonna be...
You there, elf. What?
It's picked, sir.
Go tell Turnlow again that the war party's ready to begin.
Soldiers of Ferelden.
It's gonna be this chest by the... No, I have to come back here later, I'm pretty sure. Because he's not gonna let me.
That course of action is inadvisable.
I have to come back later.
Life is fleeting, you know.
I don't know why it sometimes silences. That's...
Shall I take that
so
quiet
weird.
glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Weird. But... do that. So I don't know if I have anything to sell him, but I sure
You
as
there,
hell have
elf.
something to buy.
Where's my armor? And why are you dressed so preposterously?
Are you mistaking me for a servant?
What? Oh, you're the one who arrived with the Grey Warden. Please, forgive my rudeness. There are so many elves running about, and I've been waiting for... It's simply been so hectic. I never thought... Please, pardon my terrible manners. I am just the quartermaster, a simple man. No one special.
Perhaps you should treat your servants more kindly.
Yes, of course, you're very right. Did you come for some supplies, perhaps?
What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course, to keep morale up, you understand.
First, we'll see
Let me know what you'd like.
normal things he's got. Have any... Another dagger I'm gonna sell. Crossbow! Sorry, those are my favorite weapons in this game. And I need a helmet. I definitely need a helmet. I'm gonna sell this shield. Keep the Keeper's Ring. Backpack. Need a backpack. And before I go back and talk to him, that's not what I want to do. I want to go. I want to equip my crossbow. Like, yes, I'm aware that crossbows
Hello
are
again.
slower.
Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Let's take a look at the other
So long
goods.
as you keep it quiet.
What would these other goods be? Bolts that I can't afford. I'll sell you the bow. What do you have? There, nothing there. Injury kit's too expensive. I was like, oh, that might be nice to have, but no, that's too much. Okay. I'm gonna put on that ring before I forget about it and accidentally sell it later on. Okay. So that's accomplished. Talk to Davith.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the third recruit would be. Not an elf, yet here you are. The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
Isn't that a little paranoid?
That depends on what kind of life you've led. Me, I'm perfectly willing to accept that this joining is some kind of punishment. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
So what? That wouldn't frighten me.
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
Oh, I'll watch your back.
Not that back. Or I could just kill you.
That's a little extreme. It's not like I can miss the scenery, is it? Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Didn't mean for it to be that violent. I was just trying to joke. Okay, and so now I have to go back, find Jory again, and talk to him.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, I am Shiara.
Sir Jory is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
Maybe they need to start letting fewer humans in.
I did not mean to offend you. Clearly your skills have impressed Duncan. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
You're not all that No, I'm not going to be that mean. I'm curious about the joining ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
Davith said we might be going into the wilds.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Alright, I think we're gonna go, we'll talk to Alistair. Maybe get back to Duncan. And then head out once we're in the wilds. Let me get these chests and stuff here, because Alistair's on the other side of this, I think. And there are chests over there that I missed. So of course, We gotta go back for those. There's that chest, but then there's... Where was the other chest that it mentioned? Is it? It's out that way. Yes, I know I'm running into a wall. I'm trying to face... Where? Okay, so it's gotta be up find it up here. There we go. Chest. Small shield. Is there anything else that I could use? No. I'm gonna save again here. Just want to check and see if there's anything else important over that way. There's a chest up there, but I don't think I can avoid walking in on this conversation. I think it's a proximity. Yes.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
I didn't do anything.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You are a very strange human.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
We haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Shiara.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
I'm sorry, I'm like preemptively laughing because I know what he's gonna say. You want more women in the Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Yes, just recently.
I've only fought them once up close. And that was before the battles here started, which Duncan has kept me out of so far. Tell me, did you find them as monstrous as I did?
Hideous, dangerous, but killable.
You'll be at an advantage then. Most new recruits have never even seen Darkspawn. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You were a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
I do have questions because I have an agenda. You can romance characters in this game, and romancing Alistair is adorable. So anytime that I can get his like, it's not called affection, is it? It's, what is it called? Approval! I knew it was an A word. Anytime I can get his approval up, it's good in my book.
Yes?
Tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
I have a few questions for you.
What about?
Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man, a good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
He seems like a kind man, if firm.
Fair enough. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
Nah, I've got no more questions.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Because the entire goal for that was this right here. I almost pointed at it with my finger, and then I realized you guys would have no idea what I was talking about. Well, you might if you'd seen it, but you know what I mean. So let's get... Right, that is the chest. That is not Duncan. I just saw the little quest thing. Duncan is not a mimic.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
And what if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Find the archive on the 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
And we are going to head out to the wilds. I need to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. No, I am not. Wilds are this way. We're gonna head out to the wilds, and then I think once we get there, that's where we're gonna cut it for tonight. This is what Mabaris traditionally look like, the brown and the black, and this is war paint, but that's a traditional Mabari. Mine is white.
Hail! I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Alright, and even though it just quick saved, I am going to save it here just to be careful. And that is it for tonight. Thank you guys for being here with me. Hope you enjoyed it. I plan to start the hidden object thing next week. That's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're not streams, just uploads. We're going to be starting with Dark Arcana the Carnival. So, if you enjoyed this stream and you want to see more, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and maybe tap that notification bell if you want to know when I'm live, because I only just figured out how to do the whole scheduling a stream thing and didn't have time to actually try it out. But if you want to be notified when I'm live or just when I'm upload, tap that notification bell. And that's it for today. See you on the flip side. Elisa out.